what happens to all these wonderful models if 10 billionaires decide to buy $1 billion of Bitcoin each and announce we bought it, we're not ashamed of it, we're going to buy more? All your models are destroyed, completely devastated. Bitcoin goes to the moon.
Welcome back to the channel. Aaron here from the Bitcoin Bros. That was Saylor giving you a scenario of what if all these billionaires just start buying BTC. And it goes along with today's video, so I want to share that clip with you. We're going to have another clip of Saylor at the end. Going to be getting into some MicroStrategy Bitcoin news here today. Stay tuned for all this information. And to start off the video, we know the Federal Reserve cut interest rates by another 25 basis points. Some people were confused about this because the market sold off. They were like, well, the Fed cut interest rates. Why is the market going down? The reason why is because Jerome Powell came out and he was talking after they released their 25 basis point cut, and he was kind of unsure where the market was going, if unemployment was going to continue to go up. He didn't know if inflation was going to continue to go down. There's a lot of uncertainty in the Fed right now, and they lowered their expectations for next year from 4 rate cuts to only 2 rate cuts. So people see that, and we saw the QQQ sell off, we saw the S&P sell off, we saw the whole stock market sell off, and along with that, Bitcoin sold off. And you can see MicroStrategy was down 10% today, down to around 350. Bitcoin currently at 101, 162. It was down around 4% on the day. MicroStrategy down about double of what Bitcoin was right now in the post market. We were up a little bit there, but MicroStrategy down there. But if you guys are interested in trading MicroStrategy options, Bitcoin, any other cryptos, check out MooMoo. You can sign up with the affiliate link. You get free stocks when you sign up. It's free money. Check it out. And it also helps out the channel if you guys decide to use our affiliate link in the pinned comment section or the description below. So make sure to check that out. Let's go ahead and get into some of this news here. So from James Lavish, if you're selling your Bitcoin in reaction to what the Fed say today, you have no idea what you own. Completely agree with what James says there. And a lot of people are scared. Retail may be selling off some of their Bitcoin, some of their crypto, but the ETFs are continuing to buy. Over 2,750 Bitcoin on Wednesday during a down day, guys. So the ETFs not getting scared, but buying the dip. Definitely good to see there. Also, this is how much BTC the ETFs, just IBIT alone, and MicroStrategy have bought over about the past month. So if you look at these numbers, and this doesn't include the amount of Bitcoin MicroStrategy has bought this week, but if you look at these numbers, this is more than 300,000 BTC in about a month and a half. And if you think about that and just say, hey, what if we had that amount of demand, let's just say for 10 months, that's going to be 3 million Bitcoin being bought up by just MicroStrategy and IBIT alone. That is huge buying pressure, guys. Understand that that is not sustainable. And the reason why I say it is you can look and see how much Bitcoin is left on the exchanges. Right now, the Bitcoin balance on exchanges has just been dropping all year. Currently, we're just sitting just above 2.2 million BTC on exchanges. And as this price comes down, Saylor, IBIT, FBTC, the retail players like you and me, everybody else that's buying, the countries that are buying Bitcoin, they're able to get more Bitcoin at cheaper prices. So the money you're using to buy that BTC, you're actually taking more off of the exchanges. So understand that that is not sustainable. If we have that for an entire year, that's 3 million Bitcoin. There's only 2.2 million Bitcoin left on exchanges. And one thing that's different this time around versus any other bull run that we've gone through, the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges is dropping. During the first 3 bull runs, we saw the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges going up because they were accumulating Bitcoin as a lot of it was getting produced. But now we're finally starting to see the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges going down, potentially causing a supply shock for BTC eventually in the future. And this is what we were telling people all back in 2022, like, hey, we're going to have a huge supply shock. The amount of Bitcoin on exchanges is depleting, and it's going even faster as the price goes up. So that is just something to watch out for there. And along with MicroStrategy and IBIT, you have Marathon. just yesterday, they bought more than 1,000 BTC here. You can see that's around 1,500 Bitcoin that Marathon bought yesterday on the 18th. That is just more huge buying pressure. So just understand that even if the prices are coming down, we know we're going over the long term because MicroStrategy is not going to stop buying. The ETFs, they may sell off in the short term if we have some fear in the market. Marathon Digital, Saylor, all these companies, even El Salvador, they're buying 1 Bitcoin every single day. None of these people are going to stop buying. And if Bitcoin gets cheaper, they're going to buy more. So just ignore all the noise and pay attention to where Bitcoin is going to be at 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And what we've been telling people since Bitcoin has been over $100,000, it used to be try to get 1 BTC. Now it's try to get at least 0.1 Bitcoin. That's what we tell all of our friends and our family now, because getting 1 whole Bitcoin for 1 person right now, just using cash, is kind of unsustainable. So just something to think about there, but just try to get 0.1 BTC. And to talk a little bit about MicroStrategy here, Peter Schiff was talking about Saylor going on mainstream media, talking about buying Bitcoin is very similar to purchasing Manhattan real estate. And he's saying that's a bad analogy because Bitcoin doesn't generate any income to make interest or principal payments. But with MicroStrategy, you can get things like this with the selling of covered calls. So this is a strategy you can use. You can sell covered calls at higher prices and you're basically getting a yield on your money. And it's a lot higher than just 10% a year that you're getting from real estate. If that, a lot of real estate, you're not even getting 10% return on your money every single year. So make sure to do your due diligence there on selling covered calls. You guys can check out our Patreon. We have some information in our Patreon about selling covered calls. If you guys want to join that, that will be in the description below as well. And then a little bit of a warning here. This is Bitcoin following global M2. So global M2 has been coming down here. Bitcoin has been following this with a 70-day lead. So we could see Bitcoin sell off here if it continues to follow M2. And you can see over the past 5 years or so, Bitcoin has followed global M2 very closely. So we could see Bitcoin dip down here, maybe even go below 100K, maybe go back down to 90 or 80K. I'm not sure. In the short term, it's really hard to tell. And obviously, just because this is going down doesn't mean Bitcoin is going to go down. But one thing to think about here, if Bitcoin does come back down here to 80,000 or 70,000, be prepared for that. Be prepared to buy the dip. We know where Bitcoin is going over the long term. Obviously, not financial advice. This is just our opinion, our investing thesis. We know where it's going over the long term, and we believe that if you can get into Bitcoin under 100K, it goes down to $90,000 or $80,000, that would be a great buy the dip opportunity. And to be honest, you guys, I actually have been getting upset that Bitcoin has been going up so fast because it doesn't allow you to get as much Bitcoin with the money that you do have. So I actually get happy when Bitcoin goes down because my money buys more BTC. Right now, to buy 0.1 Bitcoin, you need 10,000. If it goes down to 80, it's going to be 8,000 to buy 0.1 Bitcoin. I know it's not a huge difference, but I mean, when Bitcoin comes down, that is a blessing in disguise. Because if you have conviction in what you're buying, you should be happy when Bitcoin comes down. You kind of be sad when it goes up that you missed out and you weren't able to accumulate more at lower prices. So that's really all I had for today's video. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. If you stuck around to the end, really appreciate it. Like and subscribe for more. Got another clip from Saylor here. It revolves around what we just talked about in today's video. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that. But thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. I'm out. Let's go ahead and check out the clip.
I think the lesson of Bitcoin is the best asset. There is no second best asset. Buy Bitcoin. Keep buying Bitcoin. Don't sell the Bitcoin. Ignore the noise.